Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beloved Fragrance Finds here on YouTube. Amy here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome back. If you are a longtime follower, we have Flynn here with me. He's my little shadow, my little buddy. Whenever I do my videos here on the floor, he always seems to make his way, want some love and attention, and to kind of sniff around and check out what I'm up to. But let's go ahead and dive into today's video. I did not do a mid-November candle empties. I just didn't feel like I had enough at that point to warrant a whole video. The month of November kind of started off slow for me in terms of burning candles. It was this weird kind of in between time where I was sick of pumpkin and some of the fall fragrances, but yet I wasn't quite full on ready for Christmas. So the beginning of the month started off very slow for me. I was also traveling at the end of October, so didn't get much burn then. But now we have a good amount of candles to go through for my end of the month candle empties, and there's no review better than a full empty experience with a candle or product. So let's go ahead and just jump in here. I'm going to try and divide it by brands. I think I find that to be the easiest for me. Let's go ahead and start with Bath and Body Works. So I finished up Acorn Lane from Bath and Body Works from the fall collection. This is Autumn Leaves, Warm Cinnamon, and Crisp Gala Apples. I really liked this one. This is one of my favorite fall fragrances. Honestly, it's really holiday-like to my nose. Yeah, I would totally burn this into December as well. It just really, really feels holiday-ish. It's got great acorny, nutty, spicy essence to it. I did actually end up taking the very end of this and putting it into like a little petri, like a little dish to put under my candle warmer, because the end of this burn just got like really murky and gross, as some Bath and Body Works candles do. But I would definitely repurchase that candle. Another Bath and Body Works. This was actually from last year. This is the Perfect Christmas. This was last year's release of this candle. There is still quite a bit of wax in here. But I finished it again, like under a warmer. It just started to get really, really tiny little flames. But my all-time favorite holiday scent is the Perfect Christmas. I love the marshmallow. I love the pine and the cinnamon. It's just super nostalgic and like the best Christmas fragrance in my mind. So finish that up. Obviously will repurchase and have repurchased a Perfect Christmas, not only from Bath and Body Works, but also from Carmel Sundays. This is one Haley finished up when she was home from school. This is Rosewater and Ivy. She's a huge rose fan, you guys. She burned this all the way down to the bottom. A little bit of a sooty burn there, you can see. But she loves a beautiful rose fragrance, so she finished that one up. Also, I finished Christmas Cabin. This was a really nice, smoky, woody fragrance. This has notes of spiced clove, crackling fireplace, and cozy cabin. This is one I burned all the way down to the bottom. This is a fairly smoky fragrance, so you have to like a fireplace smoky smell, I would say. Otherwise, you're not going to like this. But I really appreciate that kind of fragrance, especially when it's mixed with the clove like this one is. And this is one I definitely would repurchase. Anything else Bath and Body Works? Yes. I don't know where my lid is to this, but I finished up a Snowflakes and Cashmere already. This one I absolutely love in the winter time in my bedroom. It's so beautiful. It's vanilla cashmere cream, caramel woods, and frosted clementine. It's just a beautiful, soft, feminine cashmere. It's warm, it's cozy, it's soft, it's not overpowering. I have this in body care as well. Um, I love the body spray, I love the lotion, and I have already purchased another one of these. And yes, I will be participating in Candle Day this year. So that's a week from today. And I believe if I can get another snowflakes and cashmere, that is on my list. I am trying to limit myself to like 10 to 12 candles at most. So hopefully that goes well for me and see what I can actually get. This was a really good one that I liked. This is Santa's Milk and Cookies. Love this label. Love, love, love it. This has fresh sugar cookie and a warm glass of milk sitting by the fireplace on Christmas Eve. There is something slightly smoky and fireplacey about this. It's kind of just like it's like, reminds me, I've said this multiple times, of like a chocolate chip cookie without the chocolate chips. So just like the base, that brown sugar base is what this smells like to me. I don't get anything very lactonic in this. Maybe just mildly creamy, but I really like this cookie fragrance. I don't know that I'm going to repurchase it, but I did enjoy it while I had it. I think that's it for Bath and Body Works. Let's go ahead and move on to HomeWorks. I have quite a few HomeWorks candles in here. If you've been watching any of my content of late, you'll see that I found some of these 3-wick vessels at TJ Maxx. So I did finish up this cinnamon, apple, and honey that I got at TJ Maxx. I do find that these burn really quickly. I mean, I only had this maybe 5 days and it was done. Really the small, tiny, thin wicks that move around, but look at how clean of a burn this is. Great burn on it. I had moments with this candle where it felt kind of waxy and synthetic to me. And then other times, I think when it got like really hot, I really enjoyed it more. It became more like a hot apple toddy kind of fragrance. I like this. I don't know that I would repurchase it. Just because there is something in here that leans slightly synthetic, but it does remind me a lot of like the spiced apple toddy from Bath and Body Works, or even a little bit like 'Tis the Season. There is a lot of spice that comes through the longer you burn it. So that was a good one. You guys, I am a HomeWorks ambassador. They're having a wonderful sale this Black Friday weekend. Many of the candles are like $16. There's free shipping, and then you can stack my discount code of 15% off, which is AMYBELOVEDJENSEN. I'll have all of that in the description box below. You can stack that for an extra 15% off. Just be aware that I am eligible for a small commission should you use any of my discount codes that I mention or that are tagged below. But there's some really good deals to be had at Slatkin. I actually got the cinnamon apple churro one. Can't wait for that one to come in. But I did finish this one. This is from the QVC Christmas in July duo set. This is cypress and fir. I really like the vessel. I like anything plaid. I'm a sucker for plaid during the holiday season. This has fresh cypress, fir balsam, palo santo, and amber. I actually think that this is my favorite from the Christmas in July candles I bought. This one was the strongest. Some of the others have been very weak to my nose. We'll talk about one. But this one actually was pretty detectable in my kitchen area. And I really loved the Palo Santo and the amber in this candle. I love the woodiness. This is like a dark tree fragrance, a dark woody tree fragrance. It's not super fresh. You can definitely get the fir and the pine needle fragrance, but there's a beautiful wood undertone to this one. This one I had no issues on burn. This one burned really nicely. I think there's just a little bit of soot that got hot right there, but this one did well. This is one from the Christmas in July that I have been very happy with. This may still be on QVC site in the duos. If not, sometimes there is the as is purchases you can do on QVC. So that's always an option. Speaking of a duo set, I finished up this spruce and clove in the brown and gold jar. This one had notes of Norwegian spruce, clove bud, rosemary sprig, and tree moss. So I really liked this fragrance, but it was really light to me. Like now, just sticking my nose in it here, like I smell absolutely nothing. This was a very, very, very light candle. Not one I would really recommend or repurchase. I did like the fragrance, like smelling it on cold, but it just was not like, it wasn't detectable at all in my space when I was burning it. So kind of just like force burned through that one and finished it up. Let's see, this one here, white birch. This was a surprise love for me. This was another one I found at TJ Maxx. This has white birch, fir balsam, crisp winter air. So this is a beautiful woody birch fragrance. It has like the essence of a snowy, icy winter day. It's outdoorsy. And it's interesting because I get really worried with birch fragrances that they're going to be cologne-y or too masculine, but this doesn't feel that way. I really like this one. The other HomeWorks one I think it's like Birchwood Vanilla. I do not care for that fragrance. Something about that fragrance smells like maple to my nose, and I don't know if it's the wood note in it, but it just came across as like mapley with the vanilla in it, and I did not care for that one. This one burned well all the way down to the wick clips. I had zero soot. Personally, absolutely adore this label and wish it came out in a 4-wick design. But yes, I would absolutely purchase white birch again. And I do believe this is on the website at, it's either 18 or 16 for that one. Some are $16, some are 18 right now. So definitely check that out. My last HomeWorks. This is from last year. This is one that is not the right lid for it. So this is one I purchased last year at HomeGoods when they were still at HomeGoods and all of the discount retailers. Now I feel like I'm only finding them at every once in a while at TJ Maxx, and I did find one at Marshall's last week. Not at all at HomeGoods anymore. But this is Mistletoe Magic, and I really like the hobnail jar. It just feels so upscale and exquisite. There's nothing cheap feeling about this glass vessel. It's really hard to throw these away, and honestly, you could definitely repurpose these. This has black currant, pine needles, fir balsam, and pomelo. If I remember right, because I burned this a lot at the very beginning of the month. Yeah, this is a beautiful, like berry garland type of fragrance to my nose. It definitely has pine and balsam, but it's that red currant just gives a tad bit of sweetness and fruitiness to it. So if you like something in that kind of holiday essence, then this is a great option. The throw was mild to moderate. I think it was around maybe a 6 out of 10. I did pay like $14.99 for a 3-wick last year, which I remember kind of kicking myself over because a lot of the 3-wicks are $12.99. But it was really pretty. It's a really beautiful vessel, and I like a berry and balsam type of mix. I honestly don't really have any in my rotation right now that are like that. So yeah, that was a really pretty fragrance. So that finishes up HomeWorks. Let's go to Kringle. I actually have a Kringle wax melt clamshell thing that I finished up. I finished Christmas Stroll. This was really nice. Now, I've never had the candle in this, but it's a really nice mix of like pine and apple. I get apple more so than like any other fruit note, but it's really a beautiful piney Christmas fragrance with the fruit notes as well. I liked it. I enjoyed it in my wax melt warmer. Recommend getting this in. They have, Kringle has a very nice Cyber Monday / Black Friday sale going on right now, and I know this one is on sale. Definitely recommend getting 4 wicks. You guys, these 4 wick vessels from Kringle, I gave my sister her Christmas, both of my sisters, their Christmas presents early so they could enjoy their candles during the season. And my sister was like, I had no idea that these 4 wicks were as big as they are. She goes, this is beautiful. I love this 4 wick vessel. So she is stocking the website currently and potentially buying some stuff for during this Black Friday sale. But these 4 wick vessels, I have Christmas Tree Farm back here, and they're just really beautiful, and they make the most beautiful statement piece. They're gorgeous. Sorry, I need to take a drink. Okay, Kringle. I finished Winter Wonder in the 3 wick vessel. This has notes of fir, evergreen, ozone, grapefruit, balsam, evergreen, and cedarwood. The grapefruit in here is not super detectable at all to my nose. This is a outdoorsy tree fragrance to my nose, mixed with a lot of the ozone for that outdoorsy feel. But there is something slightly sweet that runs through this, which I think is that grapefruit. All the way down to the wick clips on this one. I think the wicks did move around a little bit. You can see how this one over here on the left side kind of traveled, it looks like. I love this fragrance for December and January. Spoiler alert, you guys, I have a very large Kringle Black Friday haul coming to me, and I may have gotten a 4 wick in this one. I really love this one. Oh, I just think it's such a beautiful, well done outdoor tree fragrance that doesn't smell too piney, doesn't smell like Lysol or cleaner. There's a touch of sweetness from that grapefruit. It's just really, really beautiful. Yeah, I can't get enough of this one. I can't wait to get my 4 wick in that. Okay, another Kringle. This turned into a super surprise love for me. If you all watched when Kringle released their holiday candles, this was my least favorite on cold sniff as well as first burn impressions. But let me tell you, the more I burned this candle, the more I fell in love with it. So this is Kringle Cupcake. To me, when this is burning, this smells like a sugar cookie in the oven that is getting slightly overdone. So it's like this warm, very warm, mildly spiced sugar cookie in the oven. That's what this smells like. To me, this in a 2 wick was super strong. The more I burned into this jar, the more fragrant it got. And this was surprising for me how much I love this, since gourmands usually are not my favorite. I really enjoyed this candle. So if you want like some of that like slightly toasty cookie type of fragrance, definitely grab Kringle Cupcake. I don't know if this is included. Yes, it is. It's included in the sale. Get this one if you like kind of that burnt cookie edge kind of feel. It's not too burnt though. I mean, I know others say there's a scorched note to it. There is, but I kind of like that. It's so much better than just like a basic vanilla scent to me. And it just really, every time I walked down here, really smelled like there was cookies in my oven. It's just, yeah, it was a huge love. My kids love this one too. So Kringle Cupcake gets a thumbs up. I don't want to tell you too much, but I may have gotten another one. All right. Oh yeah, cinnamon apple wreath. I finished this up pretty early in the month of November. This one, to my nose, has no apple in it. The scent notes are baked red apple, cinnamon stick, sparkling mandarin, clove bud, mulled cranberry, sugared berries, warm woods, vanilla bean, and golden amber. The only thing I smell from this is cinnamon, warm woods, vanilla for sure, and golden amber maybe, and maybe just a little bit of mandarin. To me, this is a very warm vanilla spice candle. I don't get any fruit notes from it to my nose. I get no apple. I get no cranberry. I don't get any of it. I get a cinnamon vanilla fragrance. Very warm, very delicious, very beautiful. I know there's been a lot of talk about the label not matching the scent, but go for it, you guys. This is, see how much I love this one. This for me is not just a holiday fragrance. This I would burn, I mean, from September all the way through till like March, April time. I think that that is like a staple fragrance that you can't go wrong with a very large majority of the year because it's a cinnamon vanilla candle. So really love that one. Big thumbs up on that one as well. I think it is sold out in some different size vessels on the website. So last but not least, by any means, is Carmel Sundays. I have 3 here from Carmel Sundays. Let's start with the 4-wick. So I finished up Toasted Pine Cone. This here, some of the scent notes on the front are pine, vanilla, sandalwood, crisp outdoors, and ozone. I don't really smell anything anymore, but okay. So this was definitely not one I would repurchase. To me, this came across a bit masculine. I think I wanted more of a tree feel from this. I wanted like tree with the vanilla and a bit of like pine cone feel, where I feel like the sandalwood and the crisp outdoor notes, especially just were too forward in this candle to my nose, but it's just a matter of preference. It's me. I don't love like just to make Bath and Body Works an easy reference point. I don't like flannel from Bath and Body Works. I don't like anything mahogany from Bath and Body Works. I don't like sweater weather. I don't like any of those more like fresh, outdoorsy, masculine kind of leaning candles. This just felt too cologne-like and masculine to me. Another thing was the scent throw on this was maybe a 5. And I burned this primarily in my master bedroom, which is a smaller space. I had a really hard time detecting this in the space. Yeah, I would put this at like a 4 out of 5 in terms of scent throw. Even now with like the amount of wax that's in here, like I don't smell anything really at all. It was very light, very faint. And I feel like I burned through it super fast for a 4-wick. It took me longer to burn through these other 2 wicks than it did this. So I don't know. I kind of changed up the way I ordered this last restock, and you're going to see when I get my haul, which is due to arrive today. I'm super excited. You'll see that I changed things up a little bit. But let's go to this one. This is Salty Santa. I really liked this fragrance. I may even have like 1 burn left in this. This is like butter pecan. It's creamy, it's slightly musky and salty. Absolutely beautiful gourmand fragrance. I really, really enjoyed this one. I would have gotten another one of these. I couldn't get everything. I just had to cut some things because I just wanted so many things, and I've really got to watch what I am buying. But this I absolutely would have repurchased. The scent throw from this 2-wick was probably an 8 out of 10. Very detectable in my kitchen. great burn. And like I said, this felt like it took way longer to get through this than toasted pine cone. So yeah, oh, such a beautiful, like creamy butter pecan, slightly nutty and salty, but just a beautiful musky creaminess to it. I really love Salty Santa. Please bring this back next year. I love that one. But my absolute favorite was Charlie Brown Christmas or Nutty Little Christmas, whatever you want to call it. I love this fragrance. This had notes of cranberry, peanut brittle. It was salty and slightly sweet. The cranberry was that sweet cranberry that Carmel Sundays does so well. It wasn't tart. It wasn't sour. It just was such a beautiful candle. And the performance, again, was like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Another one that took a very long time to get through. I really enjoyed this candle so much, and I wish they would have, if they would have put this out last restock, I definitely would have gotten another one of them and kicked something else off the list. So Carmel Sundays, if you're watching, I'm really curious to know if your pistachio peanut brittle that you're coming out with at the end of December is somewhat similar to this, maybe just minus the cranberry note. I'm wondering if it's that same peanut brittle kind of base. So let me know. If you don't watch this, I will probably hit you up on Instagram and ask. But that's it, you guys. That's how many candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 candles and 1 wax melt for the month of November. Not too shabby. I am going to be batch filming a lot of content today. I have some candle hauls that are set to arrive. I've got my personal care product empties to go through. The bag is overflowing, so you will probably see me back in similar outfit. But thanks for listening in, everybody. Let me know what you burned in the month of November, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you are enjoying my content. Thanks. Bye-bye.